Well, it means a great deal to me to be a graduate of the University of Oklahoma. I'm probably the biggest Sooner on my block. Mr. Harbert was head of the journalism school at that time. I can remember the Daily had used a quote from Dr. Bazell. They said he refused to comment on a controversial subject. He told me if I didn't know the difference between decline and refuse, I was in the wrong school. The Oklahoman at that time had one woman on the news staff. Women reporters didn't have the important runs, but I worked my way up. One of the dramatic things, I guess, that I did, New London, Texas, which is just a small place. And they had a school that was demolished in an explosion. And when they had their first graduation class the next year in their new building, they sent me down to write about that. And it was sad and a dramatic event for them.
And have another wonderful meal?
We came here in '64. I had a long gap in there between working on the Oklahoman, and I had 3 daughters. So the only thing I did in journalism was help one of my daughters, Brownie Troops, put out the Brownie Bugle. After we came to Tulsa, I had newspaper friends who lured me back to the paper. As a homemaker, I had enjoyed cooking and having food look attractive. I started on foods. I called it the Eat Beat. And at that time, we had a new executive editor. He knew that foods had become significant news at that time, and he started our restaurant review column. I worked till I was 85. The world had no retirement age. I could have continued. And if I'd known I was going to live this long, I probably would have.
She's the one who introduced my cooking, not like a Vietnamese cooking, to the Tulsa community. She did a wonderful favor to my family and my restaurant. Thank you very much.
I first knew this restaurant when it was in a tiny Dairy Queen place, and I hadn't been exposed to Vietnamese food. That it was wonderful food. The word got around. And he immediately attracted notables. And people came across the river like Senator Boren, and he built up a clientele immediately. My daughter said to me this morning that one of the nice things about journalism was that it brought you in touch with greatness. And I thought about that. And I think it is true.